5. As promised, this will be a challenging week because we are cleansing. Yes, cleansing sucks, but we're going to do it as a team and we are going to get through this week. Hopefully your last week went well. You're able to master calorie counting, macro counting, you exercised, and mastering cheat meal, the most important one, because you do not want to move on without finishing that equation sheet and mastering cheat meals and understanding how important it is for you to fix and plan after or ahead of those cheat meals. So this week is cleansing. What is the point of it? So the point of cleansing is for us to reset our body's metabolism and the way our body is currently thinking. So a lot of times when we're on this weight loss journey, we hit a plateau because we've lost a significant amount of weight or have been doing a routine for a long period of time. When that happens, our body kind of gets into a comfort zone. Just like how when you do anything long enough, you get comfortable with it. The same thing happens with our body. So when we're losing weight, our body says, hey, wait a minute, I like that fat that you once had. It seems like you're getting rid of all of it. I don't want that going away. What happens if we have a famine and I'm starving? I need that fat. So it decides to plateau. So even though you're continuing to work out, you're continuing to eat healthy, sometimes your body hits that I'm not doing anything else plateau. And it goes into fight or flight mode as an instinctual thing that happened a long time ago when we didn't have access to food the way we do now. Sometimes people wouldn't get food for weeks, and so their body would have to hold on to their fat in order to survive. Obviously, that's not our current problem nowadays because there's hundreds of grocery stores around us that we can choose from and you can get food delivered to your house. We do not have that problem. So how do we break this plateau? The way you break your body's plateau is by resetting your metabolism. By resetting your metabolism, you basically starve yourself. Yeah, I said starve yourself. I know I always preach not to starve yourself, but in cleansing specifically, that's the method you go about to reset your metabolism. Now, cleansing is not something you can do 1 week on, 1 week off, every month. It's something you want to do when you actually hit that plateau. When you know that you've done everything you can possible and you're not losing any weight. So if you've been exercising, if you're in your caloric deficit, if your cheat meals are on track and you have not been cheating but you still can't lose any weight, you're probably ready for a cleanse. So what we do is we take our calorie amount and we cut it in half. So if your BMR is, you want to have 750 calories. That's not much. So I'm not going to have you guys do that by yourselves because it is unhealthy, it is dangerous, you could throw up, you could not have enough energy to work. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a clean, lean, macro specific diet that will simulate a 750 or so calorie diet along with your exercise. It should work out just fine. The reason why I'm not putting you guys on a 750 calorie diet is because I'm not expecting you guys to take off work and not be a functional human being for a week. But in our case, I'm going to give you guys a macro specific diet, or there's another option where it is a menu plan that is already planned out. You just follow it, and both of those can be found on the resource page. There are photos of each page on the resource page, and then you can also download the PDF by clicking the link. That way you can have it saved on your phone or your computer, and you can follow that specifically. And guys, on this week, you really want to follow that cleanse. You don't want to go out and have pizza for dinner when that's not on the menu. On a normal week, that's okay. But cleansing, you really want to focus on following it 100% so that you can break that plateau. We don't live in a perfect world, so if you do mess up and you do break the menu plan or macro count, just continue on to the next day. Don't just tell yourself to quit. You can keep going. Just make sure you are as strict as you can, because remember, we are resetting your metabolism here. If you give yourself or brownies or cookies, your body will no longer go into that fat burn mode. It'll be like, oh wait, she does have food. Nope, not breaking into the fat just yet. And you kind of reset that whole fight or flight to back to I'm okay. I don't need to burn fat right now. So you want to try to be as strict as you can. And if you have questions on the menu plan or the macro count, you can ask me and I can help you figure out what you can swap, or if you have plans already for this week, what we can do to still make it work. So back to why are we cleansing? To break our body's plateau, to give ourselves a fresh start, to make ourselves feel better, or to reset our metabolism. We are doing a cleanse this week for a little bit of each of those reasons. Creating an insane caloric deficit. What is a caloric deficit? Like we know from the previous week, we figure out our BMR, and based off our BMR, we can lower our calories. Anything lower than your BMR is a caloric deficit. So when we are cleansing, we go into an extremely low caloric deficit. I've created a menu plan for you guys that you can find in the resource page. You have two options. One of them is a strict diet plan. The other one is a macro diet plan that you find the foods that you want, but you have to stay within the protein, fats, and carb categories that I've given you. Based off those diet plans, we are going to put ourselves in a caloric deficit, low sodium, and lose some weight. The problem with cleansing is you cannot do it all the time. You don't want to be like, oh, 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week cleanse, 1 week normal food. Binge eat, oh, I can fix it with a cleanse. That's not something you want to do, because you do not want your body to be like, oh wait, this chick does it all the time. She's not really starving me. I'm not going to go into my fat burn. She's just going to give me more food next week. So I don't want you guys to feel like, oh wait, I lost 5 pounds this week. I can always do cleanses. That's not the reason why we do cleanses. We do cleanses so that we can do a quick reset. We can trick our mind, trick our body, and then move on to our healthy eating habits. You will notice that when you're cleansing, you might get a little bit more tired, a little dizzy, fatigued, and that is because you are starving your body, literally starving your body. So it's not the healthiest thing for you guys to do all the time. And if you guys do feel very fatigued, tired, dizzy, don't have any energy, you can break your cleanse and eat your normal foods. So there's a lot that will be going on, and if you feel like it's too much for you, you can't be a functional human being, because I do understand life is real, and you can't just be like, oh no, I can't go to work, or I'm not taking my kid to his soccer game, wait, because I'm on a cleanse and I have no energy. So if you feel like that's you, send me a message and I can figure something else that will work better for you. Another reason why we cleanse is to give our body a break from these processed foods that we eat on a daily basis. We are eating processed foods without even realizing it. Sugar, sodium, a bunch of added crap that I can't even pronounce. We are eating on a daily basis. So during this week, I really want you to pay attention to your whole foods. No added sugars, no MSGs, no sulfates, nothing that comes in a package, low sodium. You want to be eating things that are more natural. If you want to take it to another level, you can also get grass-fed, free-range chicken and meat. Things that are more natural, have less sodium in it. So a lot of times sodium is added to increase shelf life. We don't want that. From cleansing, you will lose some water weight, obviously. You're not going to lose 5 real pounds of fat. Some of that will be water weight, but that's okay. You still will feel better. You will feel lighter. You're hitting a reset button. That's the way I want you guys to think of this week. It's a reset button, nothing that is a quick fix. It's just a night for when our body gets comfortable with where it's at. Another thing you guys can add on to this week to help break this plateau and do this cleanse is continue to weight lift. I would not do cardio. You do not want to be burning more calories because you don't have much food to fuel you, and that may make you more dizzy. So weightlifting would be okay. Making sure though that you eat protein before and after lifting your weights. That way you're not breaking down muscle, and then we will be doing a reverse effect. Because remember, when you are in a caloric deficit, your body is burning fat. And what you don't want it to happen is it's like super burn mode and it burns your muscle. That's not a good idea. So you make sure you are eating protein before or after your workout during the cleanse. And if you feel like you cannot work out during this cleanse, skip workouts for the week of your cleanse. You are in a low calorie diet, low carb, high protein, high fat. Chances are you will not have much energy to work out. But again, if you do, you must eat protein before and after your workout. This week will suck, and I doubt that any of you guys will be happy with it. So use the forum to vent, use the forum to ask for advice, ask questions. Week 5 forum is the one you'll go to. As far as our spotlight, make sure you are paying attention to the spotlight forum. That is the only one you guys should be focusing on. If you can keep up with it on I'm not saying communicate in there on a daily basis, but if you keep up with the messages in there on a daily basis, then you won't feel overwhelmed on Thursday when there's 15 messages that you haven't read yet. So if you can just keep your eye on that spotlight forum, make sure you are subscribed to the spotlight forum of the week. That way you do get notifications when there is chat in the forum. It should send you an email or a message, and that way you know what is going on, what was new. Of course, we are doing all this to support each other as a community, and I hope that this week goes well for you. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will get them answered for you. Have a great week, guys.